Today we are doing the Ho'oponopono chant to release the feeling of failure as parents. The parenting journey is such that sometimes we feel that as parents we are falling short somewhere, especially in today's times. Our kids are exposed to so much, and sometimes they have complaints, and we feel that we are doing our best, but somehow things aren't working out. And in any case, children don't come with user's manual. I didn't come with one, you didn't come with one, our kids certainly haven't come with one. And so it becomes very difficult. There are certain situations which can actually cause distress to us as parents. Let's look at some of those situations. Let's say we feel like failures when things don't go as planned. Or sometimes our kids make us feel that we aren't able to meet their expectations. So, as parents, we have fallen short. Also, we feel frustrated when our children don't respond the way we would like them to respond, or we aren't the parent they envisioned. Sometimes we feel we aren't doing enough, maybe there's something more that we need to do. And it becomes distressing for us when we are faced with parenting challenges. Sometimes we've got to say no, we've got to draw some boundaries for them, we've got to draw lines, and they see other children get to do some things that perhaps we cannot allow, or we aren't in a position to say yes for. And when they ask us why, we don't have an answer. So we feel like failures when we don't have the answers to those questions. And there's a lot of hurt when a child unthinkingly says that, look at that one's mother and look at that one's father and look at this and that, and they allow this and you don't. And if things become really bad, they may say, I wish I didn't have you and I had someone else as a parent, in extreme cases. So there are times when we feel that we aren't able to meet our children's emotional needs. And there comes a distance between us and our children. The communication just doesn't flow very smoothly. Additionally, if we are working parents, then we don't have as much time for our children as we would like to, or we aren't able to pay that much attention to whatever it is that they want, and we begin to feel inadequate. We begin to feel that we don't belong to our child's world. Somehow the child effectively blocks us, and we feel out of place there. Often we aren't able to handle conflicts with our children effectively, and so we feel that we are not enough for our children. So that feeling of falling short, on top of that, if we see our children struggling, never mind what it is, we see our children struggling, or we see them in pain, or we see them coping with some health condition, whatever it is, we start feeling that there's something that we aren't able to do. We aren't able to cope with certain situations. So, all in all, there are a number of reasons why, as parents, we can feel as if we are failures. And today, let's do the chant to release that. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling like a failure when things don't go as planned. Please forgive me for doubting my ability. I love you for helping me see that mistakes are a part of learning. Thank you for reminding me that I'm always growing. I forgive myself for this feeling of failure. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling sad because I feel that I haven't met my expectations as a parent. Please forgive me for being too hard on myself. I love you for helping me embrace my imperfections. Thank you for showing me that progress is a journey. I forgive myself for this sadness. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling helpless when things aren't going the way I hoped as a parent. Please forgive me for feeling like a failure. I love you for helping me trust in the process. Thank you for reminding me that parenting is full of ups and downs. I forgive myself for this helplessness. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling frustrated when my child isn't responding as I expect. Please forgive me for feeling that I have somehow failed them. I love you for helping me stay patient and compassionate. Thank you for showing me that everyone learns in their own way. I forgive myself for this frustration. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling guilty for not being the parent I envisioned. Please forgive me for setting impossible standards. I love you for helping me accept myself as I am. Thank you for showing me that there is no perfect parent. I forgive myself for this guilt. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling sad because I feel that I'm not doing enough. Please forgive me for not acknowledging my efforts. I love you for helping me recognize my worth. Thank you for reminding me that I am enough. I forgive myself for this sadness. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling like a failure when I struggle with parenting challenges. Please forgive me for not giving myself grace. I love you for helping me find strength in these struggles. Thank you for showing me that challenges actually lead to growth. I forgive myself for this feeling of failure. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling frustrated because I don't have all the answers as a parent. Please forgive me for thinking I need to be perfect. I love you for helping me trust in the process. Thank you for reminding me that learning and growing never end. I forgive myself for this frustration. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling inadequate when I compare myself to other parents. Please forgive me for forgetting that everyone's journey is unique. I love you for helping me embrace my own path. Thank you for reminding me that I am enough just as I am. I forgive myself for this feeling of inadequacy. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling sad because I can't fix everything for my child. Please forgive me for thinking I have to solve all their problems. I love you for helping me see the value in letting them face challenges. Thank you for reminding me that love and support are enough. I forgive myself for this sadness. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling guilty for not meeting my child's emotional needs perfectly. Please forgive me for not seeing that I'm doing my best. I love you for helping me understand that emotional needs are fluid and change over time. Thank you for showing me that I can always improve. I forgive myself for this guilt. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling frustrated when my parenting doesn't seem to have the desired effect. Please forgive me for thinking that results should be immediate. I love you for helping me stay persistent. Thank you for reminding me that change takes time. I forgive myself for this frustration. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling sad because I feel distant from my child due to my struggles as a parent. Please forgive me for allowing my struggles to affect our connection. I love you for helping me reconnect with love and patience. Thank you for showing me that our bond is strong. I forgive myself for this sadness. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling helpless in the face of difficult behaviors from my child. Please forgive me for feeling that I have no control. I love you for helping me stay calm and grounded. Thank you for showing me that my child's behaviors do not define me. I forgive myself for this helplessness. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling frustrated because I can't protect my child from all harm. Please forgive me for thinking I have to shield them from everything. I love you for helping me see that they have their own journey and their own lessons to learn. Thank you for reminding me that they have their own path to walk. I forgive myself for this frustration. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling guilty for not giving my child enough time or attention. Please forgive me for thinking I should be perfect. I love you for helping me find balance. Thank you for showing me that love and quality time matter more than quantity. I forgive myself for this guilt. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling inadequate when I don't have the energy to parent well. Please forgive me for not taking care of myself. I love you for helping me recognize that self care is essential for being the best parent I can be. Thank you for reminding me to nurture myself. I forgive myself for this inadequacy. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling sad and disconnected from my child's world. Please forgive me for not fully understanding their experiences. I love you for helping me find ways to reconnect. Thank you for reminding me that every day is an opportunity to build bridges. I forgive myself for this sadness. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling frustrated when I feel my child is not listening to me. Please forgive me for thinking I'm failing in my communication. I love you for helping me speak with patience and kindness. Thank you for showing me that listening is a two-way process. I forgive myself for this frustration. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling guilty for not handling conflicts with my child more effectively. Please forgive me for thinking I should have all the answers. I love you for helping me be gentle with myself. Thank you for showing me that conflict is an opportunity to grow. I forgive myself for this guilt. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling sad because I feel I'm not enough for my child. Please forgive me for doubting my worth. I love you for helping me see that I'm exactly what my child needs. Thank you for reminding me that love is most important. I forgive myself for this sadness. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling frustrated because I always feel that I fall short as a parent. Please forgive me for being so hard on myself. I love you for helping me recognize my strengths. Thank you for showing me that every parent has challenges. I forgive myself for this frustration. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling helpless when I see my child struggling. Please forgive me for thinking I can fix everything. I love you for helping me support my child through their struggles. Thank you for reminding me that struggle is a part of growth. I forgive myself for this helplessness. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling sad because I feel that I'm not creating a safe and nurturing environment. Please forgive me for thinking I have failed in this. I love you for helping me create a space for love and care. Thank you for reminding me that safety comes from love, not perfection. I forgive myself for this sadness. Dear inner child, I'm sorry for feeling frustrated because I think my child's behavior reflects my failure. Please forgive me for seeing their actions as a reflection of me. I love you for helping me remember that my child's choices are their own. Thank you for showing me that I'm a loving and forgiving parent. I forgive myself for this frustration. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I completely and absolutely forgive myself. Please repeat, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. You could repeat the 4 Ho'oponopono statements after every chant.